Ladies and gentlemen, seekers of truth and knowledge, welcome to an experience that will take you on a captivating journey beyond our world. Today we have a special treat for you as we sit down with the renowned Andromedan Contactee Alex Collier. Prepare yourself for a rapid-fire question and answer session that delves into the depths of cosmic wisdom and unveils the mysteries of the universe. As always, please remember to like this video and share it with your friends and family. That way, it gets seen by more truth seekers. Also, remember Alex hosts a live webinar 3 times a month on a Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, so be sure to visit the link in the description for more information. But for now, here are today's rapid-fire questions and answers.
Many of us older lions, stroke light warriors, are very, very tired after decades of fighting with so much resistance and ignorance. It has always been a work of love, but we have not always loved this work. I'm personally looking forward to the young generation taking over and us just giving 2 or 3 pieces of advice from our rocking chairs. Sorry, 2-3 pieces of advice per week from our rocking chairs. Laugh out loud. Did Orlando bring out a changing of the guards?
That's how I see it. That's how I see it. And, the changing of the guard always happens. We're all bridges, even as parents. We're bridges. We raise the kids, we do everything we can to teach them right from wrong, learn responsibility, all those things, love of family, self-empowerment. We do the very best we can. And at some point they go out on their own, and then they learn their own mistakes. They learn their own lessons. And that's the process. And then they have children. And then we as grandparents do what we can to instill those same values in our grandchildren and to spoil them rotten. And then send them home. But at some point we cross over, we move on. And then your children become the grandparents. So we're all bridges. The idea is to practice the law of consistency. And there hasn't been a lot of consistency. Well, there was at one time, but that's all changed with the deep state, the cabal, all the dark magic, the satanic crap, what they've done to the kids. We have to return things back to the heart. We as a civilization have got to go back to the heart. Living life with heart full of intent. Living life with common sense. Living life with respect and honor for each other, because you get what you give. It may take several generations, but we do the best we can every single day. And to your question about, being lions and are tired, I get it. I totally get that. But as long as we draw breath, we teach. As long as we draw breath, we answer the questions. As long as we draw breath, we love from a distance if that's what is needed. We hold the light. We hold the vision. And we do it with an open heart because we've learned the lessons and we've learned the value of having an open heart. We've all had other lifetimes. We've all had multiple lifetimes. Here, there, and everywhere. This is what we've always done. This is why we're here. This was the mission. Was to show others the way. so that when we leave and we go off to some other place, we know, we know that we did everything we could, and we don't have to look back with any regrets. We can move on to the next chapter of our own evolution, because we left it all on the table. We left it all on the table for humanity. Remember, wherever you go as a soul, whatever the next leg of your journey is, your DNA, your essence is still a part of this humanity. Even when you move on, you're still here. A part of you is still here. You've left it here with your courage, your bravery, your love, your compassion, your forgiveness. You've left a piece of you here. Let it be the best part of you. Let it be the best part of all of us. Okay? I'm not sure I'm going to know what to do with myself if I'm not doing this work. I'm going to have to be a gardener or something.
Looking forward to hearing any nuggets of gold you would like to share from the Glorious Conference in Orlando this past weekend. We've also heard about 3 earthquakes in Florida this past weekend, and how the center that tracks earthquakes was conveniently shut down for service during that time. So the quakes weren't reported on their site. Any truth to this? And if so, what can you share?
I heard people talking about the quakes. I didn't actually experience them myself. Um, as far as gems, it was wonderful to be around so many awake people. And I mean awake, not woke, but awake. People were empowered, people were generous, people were kind, they were gregarious. Everybody was extremely respectful of each other. Many people created new friendships and bonding relationships. In my humble opinion, it was a 10 all the way around. All the way around, it was a 10. There were people there who were there for the first time, who really didn't know what this was about. They're changed. Their perspective on life will never be the same. And I have heard that at least 7 times. I've had many people walk up to me and say, I had no idea who you were until this afternoon. Okay, I'm good with that. Laura Eisenhower, her presentation blew people away. Absolutely blew people away. Elena, people meeting Elena for the first time, actually seeing her presence, her countenance, blew people away. It only increased her stature because she's remarkable. These are people who walk the talk, walk the walk. And this is no cakewalk. Even now, it's no cakewalk. But somebody has to do it, and these are the ones who stepped up. Humanity has to go to the next level. Who's going to step up? Who's going to step up? Who's going to step up and become mayor of a small community? Who's going to step up and become a state senator? Who's going to step up and be a governor of a state or a territory? however this thing shakes out. Who's going to do that? It's going to be everyday people who have a passion to help and to be of service to others, and who have the courage and the fortitude to stick with it until it's right. That's the future of humanity. When we look back at all the shit we've had to go through just to survive, and the matrix's attempt to kill us, to suppress us, to dumb us down, you're all going to realize that it's you. You're all the ones who need to step up and can step up. You're just going to have to make the decision to do it, just to do it. A lot of this doesn't mean you have to have a lot of experience. What we all need is common sense. We just need common sense. And those who don't have it, we need to teach it to them. We do. Because they're going to inherit. They're going to inherit, so we have to teach them common sense. You know, most people learn what's right and what's wrong by what works and what doesn't. That's probably not going to change. But the stakes will be a little bit higher and a little bit greater as we physically move through fourth into fifth. Because things manifest quicker. You know, your shit comes back at you like right away. And the only way it doesn't come back to you right away is if you don't screw it up. If you really deliberate and use your intent and your knowledge to be sure about what it is that you want and what you're doing. Is it of service to self, or is it to service of others? And that's what we need, is service to others. The rest will come to you if you put others first. That's how the universe has always worked. You get what you give. That's not going to change. In fact, it doesn't change even on the higher dimensions. You get what you give.
During the conference, you mentioned that humanity will need to petition to make planet Earth our official home. Can you tell us exactly who we are supposed to petition to, and what that process looks like? Thank you.
Well, Miss Bishop, it was an honor and a privilege to hang in your space at the conference, and to have you and Tim participate in so many great things on all levels. That is going to come a little bit later. What that looks like and how it's all structured will come as we mature and we begin to take responsibility for our race and each other. Now, exactly who would represent us? It would more than likely either be several races who would be our sponsors, and or several councils who, along with several races, would be our sponsors. But they will only be our sponsors if they are sure that we are taking responsibility for ourselves and each other. So to actually go that far at the moment might be a little bit premature. We're going to have to earn that. We're going to have to earn that. Can we do it? Yes, I believe we absolutely can. Will we? I'm going to say yes, we absolutely will. but we still have to do it first. We still have to do it.
I recently heard about the Tartarians, the benevolent beings who built enormous healing structures all over the world. Did they build them in the United States? When and where? And how did these giants manage to be destroyed?
Yeah, they built them. They built them around the world. You know, there was a flood. A lot of these structures were either those that were on the surface were blown up so that they could hide our history or their history, but many parts of the structure still exist, but they're buried under yards and yards of mud. It's going to come out. It's going to come out. At some point, the mainstream media is going to be taken down, or it's going to be given a very serious colonic or a series of colonics, and all the shitheads are going to be flushed out, and they're going to be replaced by you, the people, who are going to want to let and share everything, who are going to be disclosing our history, and they're going to do it honorably and ethically because they're a member of the human race. They're not douchebags working for the deep state. So it's all going to be good. It's just it's a process, and I get people being impatient, but you've got to have perspective, okay? And if you're going to sow dissension, go home, look in the mirror, and you sow that dissension. Don't get on these chat boards and give everybody else some bullshit fuel. That's your shit, because it's your shit. It's not everybody else's. So keep it at home. Come on, you guys know this. And I'm talking to a few specifics here. You know this. I know you know this because you earlier when you first opened up your chat, you were busting everybody else. Now you've become that which you were busting. Explain that to me, because I don't get it.
What is the purpose of the ego? Do higher frequency beings also have one? They can have mine.
Yeah, I'm renting mine out. I can't say do all beings have an ego, because I haven't met all beings or higher beings. I think when one comes into their full spiritual knowingness, it's not ego, it's self assuredness, it's self awareness, it is inner strength. And there is a difference between inner strength and ego. Ego masks a lot of weaknesses. True inner spiritual power, there are no weaknesses. You are who you are, and you're completely content with that, with who you are. And you move through your life with that power, with that intent of being who you are. It doesn't mean you do terrible things to others. Typically, someone who is spiritually empowered, they don't hurt others, they only empower because they understand the realization, if I make you strong, we together are stronger. If we empower everybody, then together we are all empowered. We are unbeatable. Only the weak hurt others. But hopefully they're learning as well. Hopefully they're learning as well. I like to think that that's true, that everybody's learning. One way or the other, everyone evolves. All the broken pieces find their way home, which means they get it. They get home and they reset themselves. And they look at all the stupid, okay, and then they start over, figuring stuff out. I got to believe that's how it's done. Because if we're all a part of Source, Source won't destroy itself. Why would it do that? It will not. It will correct and heal. It will correct and heal. That's only logical. That's only common sense.
Hi, Alex. I hope you had a smooth journey. Have the A's ever spoken about the higher frequency people and civilizations that are living inside our terra?
They have, except that's not my lane. Um, there are others who will be coming forward to specifically address that. In fact, there are people from the inner worlds on the surface working with the Alliance. And I would not be surprised in any way, shape, or form that if Lady Henderson has another conference, that they're there to address your very question. Everybody has little bits and pieces of the information, but sometimes information that is really, really important should come directly from the source, because they're the ones living it. They're the ones who know. They're the ones that have helped to create those levels of frequency. And I've always been a firm believer in hearing it from the horse's mouth. I have.
Alex, could you tell us again what the info is on the chemtrails, and is it from Moroni or another source? I'm in Southern California and we're here every day, and I have plants not doing well and my pets have breathing problems that are worse after heavy spraying. Thank you always.
That's a really interesting question. In some parts of the world, the spraying is removing the nanoparticles from the atmosphere and also trying to heal the atmosphere. In other parts of the country or parts of the world, they have 5G turned on, which is what's really screwing with the plants and wildlife, etc. There's also something else you need to look at, and that is the negativity of the consciousness in those areas. You have to remember that everything is consciousness. And if you're in an area where there's a lot of negativity, the plants feel that. They feel that. And if it gets really bad, they will either choose to leave or they will go into some type of a hibernation until the energy changes. The best way to do that is to go to the store and buy a plant and test this out for yourself. Okay? Or buy two plants. Take one, water it, water them both, treat them both the same, with the exception of just this one thing. Take one plant and yell at it. Yell at it. Tell it it's not good, it's not worthy, it's horrible, you don't love it. Just do it to the one and see what happens, the difference between the two plants. That will prove to you that we are connected to all things and all things are connected to us. What you give is what you get. And it costs you maybe $10 to prove this to yourself.
There you have it, fellow truth seekers. An enlightening and exhilarating rapid-fire question and answer session with the remarkable Alex Collier, sharing his profound encounters with the benevolent Andromedan extraterrestrial beings. As we continue our cosmic journey, let us embrace the wisdom of the Andromedans and carry their message of love, unity, and compassion with us. Together, we can create a world where humanity stands united, ready to embrace the wonders that await us in the vast expanse of the universe. If you found this rapid-fire question and answer session fascinating, hit that like button and share this video with your friends and family. Subscribe to our channel and ring the notification bell so you never miss out on more captivating content like this. Thank you for joining us on this incredible adventure. Until next time, may the stars guide you on your path of enlightenment and exploration. And remember to always seek knowledge and stay curious. If you want to get the latest information from Alex Collier, we host a live webinar 3 times a month on a Friday at 2 p.m. Eastern Time. For more information and dates of upcoming live webinars, please visit alexcollier.org. Please click on one of the above videos to seek more of Alex Collier's knowledge.